So the first thing we're going to do when we approach the bar is get our foot stance right and our hand grip in the right position and being nice and close to the bar. So everything all the cues I'm going to show in these sequence of videos are both relevant for a conventional stance and a sumo stance. So all the cues are exactly the same. The only thing that changes between the two is where the feet and hand position are. So general rule of thumb for how wide your feet should be when you're doing a conventional stance, you're about shoulder width apart. So my feet are basically in line with my hips. Another thing that you could do is if you would just jump and land in the spot, about that grip, that foot stance there is about where you're going to be. Okay, so for a conventional, I'm going to get nice and close to the bar. I'm not going to have my shins exactly touching, just a little bit behind to give myself room so when I come down, you'll see my shins end up coming forward and touching the bar anyway. If I'm all the way touching here as I come down, it's going to push the bar forward. So come back a little bit. So when you come down, your shins, you're going to bring them into the bar. And also for the conventional stance, your grip is just on the outside of the thighs. So for both the grip of a conventional and a sumo, you can either do a double overhand with a hook grip. You can just grab the bar around like that, but you might find when it's light, you'll be able to hold it. As it gets heavier, you'll find the bar will slip out your hands. So one grip that we can do is called a hook grip. So I'm going to grab the barbell with my thumb around, but then these two fingers, the first two fingers are going to go over my thumb, and then the other two fingers are going to go around the bar. So thumbs here, two fingers over, and then two fingers around the bar. So this is a hook grip. However, this can be quite uncomfortable and it can take a long time to get used to because it hurts the thumbs a lot. If you practice it over the weeks, it'll start to take pain away from your thumbs and won't hurt as much. But if that hurts too much, you can just do a double, one hand over, one arm under, and you can do whichever side you're most comfortable with. So you'll be in this position here. So that was the conventional stance, foot width. Now for the sumo, we're going to go wider and we're going to turn our feet quite far out. We don't want to have them straight, we don't want to have them kind of on an angle, we want them pretty far out. Now, your foot width wants to be far enough that when you come down, your shins are pretty close to vertical. Okay? If you're too wide, you'll see that there's a bit of diagonal in the shin, and if you're too close, they're going to be diagonaling in. So, wide enough that when I come down, my shins are pretty close to vertical. Now with my grip, my hands are just going to be in line with my shoulder. So, straight down here. We don't want to be in close like this, and we don't want to be in wide so our knees are hitting our arms. Okay, so the arms should be in between the knees when I'm performing the sumo stance deadlift.